Today we are doing a tier list. We have got, well, I have got all 17 of the live action remakes done by Disney that I can think of. I'm pretty sure there's only 17. Anyway, I've got them all in a tier list because I didn't want a ranking video to go for so long. So I thought, let's just put them into another tier list and rank them. So we got God tier, great tier, decent tier, and don't care for. I'm going to put them all in there. So let me know in the comments below, what is your ranking of the Disney live action remakes? This is going to have the new Cruella film in it as well. So smash that down below, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's jump into this tier list right now. Okay, we're going to start off with 101 Dalmatians. I remember watching this as a kid, and I did like it in that. I'm going to put it in, it's a decent remake, it's decent. The villain Cruella is quite scary when you're a kid watching this. She wants to skin dogs and stuff like that. It's pretty scary. It's a little fun one. I think this one's made more for the kids rather than adults. I mean, I haven't really rewatched it since my younger days and that. But it just, I don't know. It's not one that I go back to and rewatch. I think it's quite decent and I'll probably show my kids, but yeah, I'm going to put it there. 102 Dalmatians, however. Yeah, I don't care for that one. I really don't care for the sequel. I don't know why they made a sequel. It didn't need a sequel and it felt so flat for me. 102 Dalmatians. Really, really flat. And I was kind of sitting there and I was like, why am I watching this? And again, I don't know why they made a sequel to that one. So that goes in, don't care for. Now we move to the new Aladdin film. I'm putting that one in the top tier, God tier. I actually really like the new Aladdin. I know, well, actually, if you look at it, a majority of people did. It made $1 billion. So a lot of people did actually quite like the new Aladdin. I enjoyed it. I thought the way that they did the genie twist as well, I thought was great towards the end as well. I enjoyed that. I just enjoyed all of this film. I thought Jafar was great as well. I know some people have a problem with Jafar, but I think it worked for this film. And I loved it. I was on board straight away. It was fun. Will Smith was great as the genie. I just loved everything about this film. I thought it looked good. Guy Ritchie did a fantastic job. The singing numbers were great. I had an absolute ball with it, and I love it so much. I watch it, and I watch it again and again and again. So Aladdin, for me, goes in God tier. Now we move to Alice in Wonderland. Don't care for, and I might as well chuck the second Alice in Wonderland in don't care for as well. Look, okay, positive for these films. The costumes and that look absolutely incredible. The makeup is incredible in that. Other than that, it's all garbage. It's just pure garbage. I don't care for this at all. It's just so boringly dull to me. I don't know why. I'm not invested in the story at all. Not invested in any of the characters. I just think they're just boring, dull films. That's just me. And I will be surprised if people actually do like the Alice in Wonderland remakes. Because I know not a lot of people like these films, and I'm with them. They just did not hit the right note that they needed to. The anime is 100 million times better than these ones. So, for me, I'm just going to have to put Alice in Wonderland and Alice looking through the glass, whatever it's called, as don't care for, because I don't care for them. So, yeah. Beauty and the Beast, I'm going to put in decent. I actually think this one's quite a decent remake. Luke Evans is great. Emma Watson does a good job as well. Beast, the guy who plays Beast, is good. It's got everything that the Beauty and the Beast has in it. Like, it does it really, really well. And I think the visual effects are quite good as well. I had no problems with it. I can sit down and rewatch it. You can tell Emma Watson has been a little bit of auto-tune there as well. But overall, it's not one of the worst remakes, but it's not one of the best either. It's just a decent entry into the live action remakes, so I'm going to put it into the decent category. Christopher Robin, however, I actually was pleasantly surprised when I watched this film. Ewan McGregor, I love Ewan McGregor, and he's fantastic in this. This is a nice little, how do I say, charming film. It's a feel-good film. Like, you watch this and you can never be depressed by watching Christopher Robin. I thought it was quite good. I think the visual effects were actually pretty good in this film as well. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the relationship between him and all the characters from Winnie the Pooh and how they interact with each other. I thought it was actually a pretty unique way to tell this story as well. It was something I wasn't expecting them to do, but it worked for me. and Christopher Robin goes in great for me. Now, when we move to Cinderella, I'm just going to put it in decent. It's Cinderella. I mean, it's one of the classic films. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near the great or god tiers or anything like that. It's just sitting in that middle area. It's not one that I go back to, but it's not one that I'm not going to just turn off when I'm watching. I'll probably finish it before I get off. It's got some interesting characters in there, but I just think it just misses what the anime had. And the anime just made you really connect with the characters a lot more. This one I just didn't really connect with too much. So I'm putting Cinderella in the decent category. Cruella, I'm going to put in the god tier. I actually really enjoyed this movie quite a lot, more than I thought I would. It's an origin story told before 101 Dalmatians, which is what I like. So it's removed from that. The character, Cruella, is just fantastic. Emma Stone is absolutely brilliant in this film. Even if you don't like the film, you have to watch it for her performance, because her performance is great. I enjoy her character. I felt the emotion and the attachment and the investment in her character, while also understanding where she ends up and why she ends up. And it makes a lot of sense when you watch this film. It's fun, it's entertaining. The costume designs are absolutely incredible. There's one scene when you're in the park and they're doing a fashion show that is just incredible, that I enjoyed. There are some visual effects that with the dogs and that don't quite work. But overall, I actually really enjoyed Cruella, and I'm putting it in the god tier. Dumbo, don't care for, lifeless. That's just literally it. This film, to me, I sat there watching it, and when I walked out of the film, I was kind of like, I feel nothing about that film at all. And within a week in that, I kind of forget the film. It just, I don't know, it just didn't have anything. And you have such a great cast as well there that you didn't utilize at all. Then none of the characters are cared for. I didn't even care for Dumbo. I didn't care for anything about this film. And it felt very, very, very flat. So for me, goes in the don't care region. Jungle Book, I'm going to put in the god tier. I think Jon Favreau did a absolutely fantastic job with the Jungle Book. I really enjoy the Jungle Book quite a lot. I connected with the main character. Obviously, you've got that interaction with the panther, with the bear, and with the human character. You've got all that, while you've got the threat of the tiger in behind. I can't remember their names. I think it's Mongol, I think, is the main character name. But anyway, you've got the threat of the tiger as well. You've got the human feeling like he doesn't feel a part of everything, but he wants to go back to his people, but he doesn't, because he's lived in the jungle for so long himself. It's a great story. I enjoy it quite a lot. The monkey scene is scary as fuck for a kid. But yeah, I'm putting it in the god tier. Lady and the Tramp, do not care for. I actually didn't finish this movie. I turned it off. That's how bad it was to me. I was sitting there watching it and I'm like, yeah, this is just awful. This is just garbage. I don't know why they made a Lady and Tramp one. And yeah, so I just went and turned it off. So yeah, I don't care for it. The first Maleficent, I'm going to put in... The first one is decent. I'm going to put in the decent tier. It's not the best, but it's not the worst by any means. I like the first one. I think Angelina Jolie does a fantastic job. I was invested enough in her character, in the story that was being told. So that, to me, got me invested enough to actually enjoy the film quite a bit, but not to the point where I enjoyed Christopher Robin or any of the other ones. It looks good. It's got some great moments, but overall, it's just a decent film to me. The second one, however, I'm going to put in... Ooh, this is a tough one. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put in decent as well. It's not the worst one either. It's got... I like how they explored a bit more of the lore to Maleficent's character and what is actually happening in that. I thought that was cool. The big battle at the end was cool as well. The story, it was alright. It wasn't like anything major or anything. Michelle Pfeiffer was great as the villain. So overall, it's a decent film. I wouldn't say it's one of the worst though. Mulan, I'm actually going to put in the great one. I actually quite enjoyed Mulan quite a lot, actually. Yes, they took some elements of the animation one, they took some that I think they could have added in the live action where she's actually putting the armor on for the first time in the house and stuff like that. That's a very powerful scene that was cut from this that I think you could add into it. Overall though, I think it's quite a fun film. I actually enjoyed it when I was watching it. The action's quite good as well. The story, I liked how they did change the story a bit as well. You can't have the talking dragon because then it's just, it doesn't work, I think, in the live action version, which I think is a good decision they made to do. The costumes look great. I actually enjoy it, so I'm putting it in the great tier. Pete's Dragon, I'll put in the decent tier as well. Look, it's a decent film. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. I just couldn't connect too well with the characters. The dragon, to me, looks a bit wonky in certain shots and stuff like that. That really took me out of the movie. The story is decent as well. I just think it's in the middle of the road there. And The Lion King finally goes in the God tier. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with that, but I actually enjoy this Lion King. Look, the way I see the Lion King remake is, one, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. They did a fantastic job with the visual effects. Jon Favreau did great. What I think, people wanted it to be different. But here's the thing that I think. If they changed a lot about the Lion King film to the anime, people would be up in arms about, why would you change the story? The story is already great. Why would you do that? And then when they don't do that, people are like, why wouldn't you change it? Why wouldn't you add things or take things away and change this up, change that up? So it's sort of like you're in a lose-lose situation no matter what. And to me, I enjoyed this one quite a lot. I connected with the characters. People also saying, oh, you can't tell if the animals are emotional and that, like, they need to have, like, more emotion on their face. I'm like, they're animals. You can't convey emotion like they do in the anime, because then it just looks weird, because this is trying to be a real version of it. And real versions, animals aren't like humans. They don't have those facial expressions like we do. So overall, I enjoy The Lion King, and it's gone in the God tier for me. So there you have it. That is my list. So let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of my list? Did you agree with some of mine? And also let your list in the below. Let your list in below. That makes no sense. Leave your list below in the comments as well. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.